All right, hello wine drinking people. Time for more of what I've had to drink yesterday, and this is our Verona tasting, which I know Alto Adige is not part of Verona, but we just happen to have the folks from Elena Walch in, so it's close enough. I said, what the heck? We might as well feature these wines with our wines from Verona, and a nice compliment, I think, the wines of Alto Adige to their neighbors to the south. Elena Walch, one of my favorite properties. They've got two properties, actually, one in Tremine, and the winery goes back to the 1300s and the early 1900s. The Walch family purchased the Castle Ringberg property, which dates back to the 1600s. So a huge, long history of wine growing with his family and in this region here. This is the largest family-owned vineyard in Alto Adige, not in Italy, in Alto Adige, the Castle Ringberg property, and everything they do is estate grown at Elena Walch, and a very small producer, 35,000 cases total. They make about 3,000 cases of this entry-level Pinot Grigio. This wine's got a lovely fresh bouquet of pears, apples, tree fruit, lemon, citrus, a little whetstone, really light but fresh bouquet, really zesty wine on the tongue, a nice freshness to this wine, a little briny, minerally character at the end, but textbook Pinot Grigio from this area, very good juice at $19. The Pinot Bianco, a little bit heavier, a little richer than Pinot Grigio, maybe not quite as acidic, but this wine's got a good amount of earthy notes to the nose, to that white tree fruit, and sees a little bit less time on the lees, only 4 to 5 months instead of 6, but all stainless. They really want to focus on the terroir and the purity of the fruit here. Only 1,500 cases produced, but a nice amount of ripe tree fruit here showing some nice intensity on the mid palate and that distinct minerality of all these wines lasting through the finish. Very good juice. I liked it just as much as the Pinot Grigio. Same price, 19 bucks. Then the Pinot Grigio Castle Ringberg. They make 900 cases of this wine. Wow. And 20% of this wine sees older French oak to add some richness. And this wine's got a lovely richness on the nose, ripe pear and lemon citrus, highlights of whetstone, lime blossom. Wonderful intensity on the tongue. This wine got better on the second day. Pinot Grigio, another wine that's somewhat resistant to oxidization, but nice creamy mineral lace texture here, rich and layered, even better on the second day. Like I said, excellent juice at $27. Wow. The Sauvignon, very strong bouquet here. You get that gooseberry, that white grapefruit, an array of kind of spiced herbs to complement the fruit, and a little briny minerality here. Wonderful intensity on the palate as well. This wine has got a lovely richness, the gooseberry, that grapefruit, the green melon, a lovely zest to the finish, that herbal note, and that spice showing at the end. Wow, even more intense on the second day after it's had a chance to open up. Excellent juice. The Gewürztraminer, something they do very well. These guys make a couple different Gewürztraminers. They do 2 harvests with their Gewürz, so they maintain the acidity with the one, and then they get the richness with the one they harvest later. So I love the combination this gives this wine. Got a lovely lavender floral note, that lychee and peach fruit, some white pepper spice, a nice richness on the tongue, but not overly rich, not overly oily. A nice hand of acidity, cleaning things up on the finish here. Really lovely balance, not too perfumed or too heavy. Excellent Gewürztraminer, 23 bucks. Legrine. This is one of the specialties of Elena. She was a pioneer in taming the acidity of this highly acidic grape. She balanced it in the field to the level, well, she balanced it by balancing out the clusters to increase the sugar and lower the alcohol. So now there's a lot of people making Legrine like this, but what a beautiful bouquet. This wine has got an exotic array of dried berries, exotic spices, incense, fresh herbs, really complex and even more interesting on the second day. Very exotic, that pretty floral notes, exotic spices, and lovely juicy berry fruit here. Just excellent. One of the most unique wines you'll find in it. $20, one of the best values you'll find from anywhere in the world. The Merlot Reserve. This is from the Catzelats vineyard, and wow, 100% Merlot. This wine's fermented in all new French oak, spends 2 years in barrique, only 500 cases produced. Another thing people don't realize, how good the Merlot is from this region, man. Wow. From the top part of the hill, this wine does have that herbal quality of Merlot, but has lovely rich plum and cherry fruits, some nice tobacco spice, and some fresh earth notes. This wine's got a good amount of juicy plum and cherry fruit on the tongue, even bigger on the second day. This lovely plush velvety texture, smooth and silky tannins, and a wonderful firm hand of acidity, keeping things fresh through the finish, echoing that herbs and spice from the nose. Excellent juice at $55. And that's what we had to drink with our friends from Elena Walch. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.